How you doing? Good afternoon, everyone. Um, I'm a little late today because I didn't want to really post anything, but I decided to do it anyway. And here I am. How are you doing? I received a message from someone, and this someone is telling me that he can help me become a training coach. I'm going to have to go through some classes for 30 days. And then they can help me either get a job placement or I can do it online. Very similar to what I'm doing today. Very similar to the content that I put out on YouTube. Talking to people about weight gain and how to lose weight and certain workouts that they can use. You know, what I was going to do was that, like I said, I'm waiting on some more equipment. What I was going to do was that every workout that I did, I was going to, put it on video as far as me doing the actual workout, right? So, like that, maybe it can help somebody. Or somebody might write to me that they don't know a routine to do certain things, and our response by doing that particular routine for them so I can help them out. So this is the thing that I wanted to do. But what I was doing was that I actually was doing it for free. I was going, and basically what they saying is that the content that I'm putting out there, if I really want to get into it, I can get into it. I need to take the 30-day class, and then once I get my clients as far as online, I can start charging. Before I started doing this, I didn't I didn't know a lot about as far as coach training or training online. So I was not doing it to gain anything. You know what I'm saying? I was just putting it out there for free because what I did when I lost weight and the workout that I'm doing, I basically did it on my own. So I was just trying to give back, you know, to the people and telling them what I did and what I went through, to see if I can help them in their journey as far as losing weight. Because like I said before, I'm not a professional, you know. I don't do it to ask for nothing in return. The only thing that I ask for in reality is for you to like and subscribe to my channel, and that's all that I will ask for. Um, there's some people out there that you know they feel that they're stuck or they don't have the money to get a trainer or to have someone to talk to about you know them losing weight. Because you got to understand that some people are ashamed to talk about that issue, um, just like I was. People used to tell me, "Oh, bro, you're getting too big," and I didn't want to hear that. And then again, you got to realize too, I'm not a tall person, so if you're big and you're short, you look even bigger. But I didn't want to touch on that subject, and I'm sure that a lot of people don't either. But I wanted to bring this to you because, like I said, after me doing research and looking, I see that there's a lot of people now that are trainers that were training in person in the gyms. They are now training online from home, from work, from their patio, from everywhere, you know. And I started looking, and I wrote down some stuff to find out and do more research on how is it that you go about to become these trainers. And like I said, you have to take a 30-day course. Um, you got to pay for it. It's not going to be for free. You got to pay them to give you this course. And then after that, I guess you have to pay them to get you these customers and put the app in place to where you can start branding shit out, just looking for your audience. And I think they'll do all this for you. They prepare you so they can make, you can start making your videos, and you can start, you know, um, getting paid. I don't know how that works, but um, and basically, this is what I learned from, doing the research. And in all actuality, I wasn't planning to get paid for none of this. I'm doing it because, I did it, and I wanted to help other people, and I'm gonna still continue to do it. I'm gonna continue to help individuals that feel that they don't have nobody in their corner, they don't have nobody to talk to. They don't have, you can share your feelings and how you feel, you know, because, at the beginning, I didn't want to talk to nobody on my issue because I didn't feel that anybody can help me. I used to not, I used to go online and I used to not hear people say, listen, I know if you're going through this, and you're going through my experience, we're here for you. You can, you can write on the comments, or you can reach out, you know, and we will help you. I never got that. I did it on my own, because I decided to get up and do something about it. I decided to get up and go to the gym, you know. So basically, that's an issue that I wanted to touch on. But on this end, all is well. You know, I want you to know that I'm gonna keep posting videos. Like I said before, when when I felt like I wanted to give up, that I wasn't even going to post no more, that I was gonna just, leave this and not touch this subject, and I didn't know what to do, and I was stressed out, and I was getting very annoyed because I didn't feel the things I was saying or the things that I would do was getting through to anybody. So I just wanted to stop. And like I said, I hurt someone online, and not only that person online, but some people in my family, encouraging me to keep posting and keep doing what I'm doing. And that gave me a little push and a little strength to keep going, to keep, to stay for the long run. So I'm going to just keep posting. Like I said before, you know, um, some of you might not like what I post. Some of you might not like my content. You know, I'm like that too. I go through videos sometimes when I'm sitting in my computer and I go through certain videos, and I don't like everything that I see. But guess what? When they tell me, listen, please like and subscribe, it doesn't cost me anything. So what I do is that I subscribe and I like their channel. And sometimes, you know what? If I'm listening to them and as I'm listening, I don't like what they say, I just let it play until it finishes, because I know that, some people need watch hours. And I try to find those that are just starting out, that are just starting out. So I don't know. Maybe I came into the game too late. I should have started this years ago when I first started on YouTube in 2018, and then I decided to stop for some reason. I didn't get as far as I'm getting today. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you got up motivated today. Went to the gym, had your little workout. I hope you can share that with me. How is your journey? How you are doing? How you're feeling? Because in reality, that's what matters. When we talk to each other and we show each other love and compassion, you know, that's how it works. That's how I work. You know, um, just to let you know that I'm here. I'm here, and I'm going to continue to be here. And hopefully, my videos will get better with time. As I get more equipment, as I get more comfortable, speaking out and talking, because I'm only a beginner, but as I'm beginning, I'm growing, you know, I'm becoming more comfortable with speaking, and letting people know how I feel and what I'm thinking. Um, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I take that course for 30 days just to get some insight? I don't know. I'm a little confused. I don't know what I want to do. But I can tell you is that, I'm gonna look more deeply into it. I'm gonna see. Because I just wanted to, just post videos when I went to the gym of me working out. I wanted to post me videos of me speaking and me sharing with you when I lost weight and how I lost it and when I lost it. But as I went along, I started saying to myself, you know what? Maybe if I buy better equipment, I gotta buy me. I'm thinking about buying me like a better phone, or because I try to connect my phone with my computer. So I'm trying to get me better equipment so when I go do workout, I could put my phone in a place where you can see what I'm doing. Because what I was gonna try to do was I was gonna do certain workouts for different body parts, and I was gonna show them workouts and how it's done, and maybe people can learn um, what workout is for what body part. You understand? And they can see me do it, and they can get motivated. You know what I'm saying? And they can go out there and start doing it either at home or in the gym. You know. So this is something that I was thinking about doing, and I only know it's gonna get better. You know, I have a lot of faith. And I believe that God has blessed me already. With the ability to have the confidence to talk to you, the confidence to share my story, um, and gave me the strength to go and accomplish what I've accomplished. And to me, I don't see it as a small accomplishment. I see it much bigger because not only is my health better now, you know, I can move better. I feel better. I can breathe better. Because as you get bigger, it starts to get harder to breathe. You walk and you feel like you got to catch your breath. And once you start going to the gym, once you're into the gym like a month or 2 months, you start to realize that your breathing is much better. you know I just want to say, um Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being there for me. Um, Please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave your comments below. Um, I appreciate you. And, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going together. Let's pass that threshold. That sometimes stop us. And like I said before, what stop us sometimes is up here, because we set limits to ourselves, you know. And when we set limit to ourselves, we're scared to jump that loop, you know. Um, Sometimes we're the ones that put up that barrier, and we're scared to go through it. But we got to get over that, you know. Um, when you say I'm going to try, you already failed, and that's what I get out of it, So I don't say I'm going to try anymore. I say I'm going to do. And when you do, you see the bigger picture of where you want to get and how far you want to go, you know. Um, I just want to say God bless you and God bless your families, and you have a great day.